wanna be down with the king.
It's the Sports Kings.
Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, Ward Dunn.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the king.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
All right, we are back. Sports Kings Live. Rob Calloway here, flying solo dolo on this Thursday evening. Man, oh my God, I almost didn't make it, y'all. I made it though. I made it. I did not think I was gonna make it. You know, anything that could go wrong just went wrong. I'll just go ahead and blame it on technology right here, right now. So I've been downstairs in the studio, getting the show ready, loading up everything. Because see, usually Big Mike does this, right? He does all the technical stuff on his end. So I'm loading everything up, and then I have the great idea. I'm like, you know what? Like I don't like the way that the show sounded. So let me try to reconfigure something real quick. And I try to reconfigure something real quick. And oh my God, real quick turned into 19 minutes of panicking, and I almost didn't make it. I'm texting Big Mike, you know, cuss words. I'm like, oh my God, But we made it. We made it. All right, so this show tonight is going to be an abbreviated version because I was told that if I wasn't done by a certain time, then I wouldn't make it to vacation. So we're going to take this thing until 8 o'clock. Going to give you a good solid hour. Hopefully, I'll be able to entertain you and enlighten you as well. But oh my God, I almost did not make it. That is so freaking scary. And it's not even like, you know, I'm on somebody's clock like at a real radio station. But you know, you kind of want to be on time for your own. All right, so to set this thing up, this is Sports Kings Live. I'm Rob Calloway, holding it down solo as my boy Big Mike recovers as what he told us yesterday. He's recovering from getting a junk reduction. I thought he was getting a junk enlargement, but he said it was the opposite. So flying solo this evening, and don't forget we're on every form of social media, just about every form of social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at Sports Kings Live. You can also send us a email at sportskingslive@gmail.com. Man, I'm out of breath. I almost didn't make it. All right, so. You know, a few things going on in the world of sports today. And we'll just take a quick look at the NBA where Josh Smith, Jay Smooth, everybody's favorite French fry, has decided to sign with the Clippers. But the Clippers could only pay him league minimum. But the good part about that for Josh and the Clippers as well is that the Detroit Pistons still owe him $5.4 million as part of his severance package when they, got rid of him and sent him down to Houston. So, well, actually, he went to Houston on his own. It wasn't a trade or anything. So now the Clippers, who last season, their bench just sucked. We all remember that, right? So now, look, here's what the bench looks like. You have Jamal Crawford, Lance Stevenson, Austin Rivers, Ekpe Udoh, and Josh Smith. Now, I'm not sure about Paul Pierce. Is Paul Pierce supposed to be starting? I don't know what the deal is on that, but hey, that's a nice bench. I would love to have a bench like that right here in Atlanta. Not gonna happen. All right, so the DeAndre Jordan effect continues within the Dallas Mavericks organization. Now, we all remember a couple days ago, we talked about Wesley Matthews able to renegotiate his deal since DeAndre Jordan backed out, and he was able to pick up an extra $13 million. Well, J.J. Barrera is getting a bigger payday as well. He was able to renegotiate. He initially signed a 2-year, $5.7 million deal, but he's now signed a 4-year deal worth $16 million with the Mavericks. And so I guess, I don't really know how they do it down there, but I'm guessing you get paid for loyalty around those parts. So big shouts out there, because I'm not going to hate on anybody is getting that paper up. So shouts out to JJ Barrera and Wesley Matthews, because look, hey, if they want to give it to you, better take it while it's good. That's all I'll say. All right. Big shouts out to Coopsy. He's in the chat room. Say, get your popcorn ready. Hey, yeah, we made it, Coop. Hey, boy, that was cute. All right, so SEC Media Days wrapped up today with Ole Miss, LSU, and UGA. Also, as Media Days wrapped up, the media there, they predicted Auburn to win the SEC crown. We'll talk about that coming up momentarily. Speaking of college football, Plaxico Burress, former wide receiver for Nick Saban at Michigan State, he went on Twitter and put his former ball coach on blast. And I guess it was a comeback, if you will, for Nick Saban, saying that the team was just totally distracted by the draft grades or whatnot. And so he had some very interesting things to say, and so we'll read those tweets coming up. Plus, we'll discuss delicious women, shaved cats, Jesus, and the NFL's worst fans. Sound good? Yeah, sounds like my kind of show tonight. As I mentioned, it is an abbreviated version of the show. We're gonna do some real nice SEC stuff today. But like I said, I was told that if I wasn't ready by a certain time, then I wouldn't make it to vacation. So I definitely want to make it to vacation. Ronda Rousey. Well, the ESPYs were last night, and they were broadcast live on ABC. And I was one of the people that were kind of like, okay, so why are the ESPYs being broadcast on ABC? Inquiring minds want to know. And I have a very inquiring mind. Well, we'll get to that, the reason, I believe, in just a minute. All right. So congratulations to all the recipients of the ESPY Awards last night. But there were some moments, and I knew that there would be some moments that would kind of touch everybody, if you will. I have, I have a child myself, a daughter, and you had Devin Steele, his daughter Leah. We know about the struggles of his family dealing with his daughter actually dealing with cancer. And so he came out last night to accept the Jimmy V, Perseverance Award last night. And his daughter wasn't able to make it because she's still fighting cancer. And so, Devin gave a heartwarming speech. And before I get to that, do they not have a limit on these speeches? Oh, my God. Okay. All right. I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a minute as well. So, as I mentioned, he gave a great speech and accepted the award on his daughter's behalf. And he actually spoke to the children, or to children, that are currently battling cancer, and this is what Devin had to say to them.
What I do is easy. I stand in front of people and I tell them y'all's story. But y'all are the ones that are actually battling cancer and going through rounds and rounds of chemo every day and radiation. And y'all remain with a smile on your face and y'all never give up. And that's so inspiring.
And of course, the award, the Jimmy V Perseverance Award, named after former North Carolina State men's basketball coach Jim Valvano, who gave a heartwarming speech back in 1993 as he was battling with cancer himself. And, of course, we all remember last year, well, going back, George Karl won the award. Eric LeGrand won the award, the former Syracuse player, Rutgers, player. He won the award. And, of course, last year, Stuart Scott won the award in what, I've been calling maybe one of the most touching speeches that I've heard in a while. But then, before we get to the reason that I believe that the ESPYs were aired live on national TV on ABC, Ronda Rousey beat out Floyd Mayweather for Fighter of the Year. Now, this is the first time in years that somebody not named Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao actually won this award. And, she kind of took a jab at Floyd Mayweather And here she is last night.
Well, I can't help but really say that I wonder how Floyd feels being beat by a woman for once. Wow. I'd like to see you pretend to not know who I am now.
Well, a couple months ago, Floyd Mayweather said that he had no idea who Ronda Rousey was. Now, is that true? I don't believe that. I mean, Floyd's a fighter. I think everybody is more than aware of who this young woman is. And by the way, she looked good last night. She looked real nice. You know, it's something about, I guess, a woman that can really handle herself, like a Ronda Rousey, and she looks good at the same time, because, you know, you kind of get the best worlds. I mean, you know, you might just, you know, be in one of those little role-playing moves, like, oh, baby, put me in the camel clutch. Oh, that's wrestling, not MMA. Oh, put me in the arm bar. Arm bar me, baby. No, I'm playing. Anyway, but yeah, Ronda Rousey is definitely one of the more well-known MMA fighters right now. I think she might actually even be bigger than some of these guys, man. I think you know, you have a few of these guys like McGregor, John Jones, and maybe 2 or 3 other guys that are household names. But I think she's definitely become a household name. So congratulations again to Ronda Rousey on winning that the best fighter of the year at the ESPYs last night. But here we go. Last night, the reason that I believe the ESPYs were broadcast live on ABC. Now, I thought about a couple things. I was like, well, maybe ABC needs some ratings. And so they figure they'll be able to bring in the sports audience and kind of boost their ratings. Then I got to thinking, it started getting late in the night. I think I looked at my phone. It was about 10:15. And I was like, oh, boy. They just go stretch this thing on out. I mean, the Steel award acceptance thing, it was long. He was long-winded. I think he spoke for about 10 minutes. But again, I'm not knocking what he did. I mean, it was for a good cause. But then it started getting, it was 10:20, and I'm looking at I'm like, oh my God. Like what are they, like, what's going on here? And then, before they go to commercial, they say that the Arthur Ashe Courage Award presentation was coming up after this commercial break. So they give you this super long commercial break, right? A super long commercial break. So then they come back. And then it all clicks. It all clicks in my head then. I'm like, oh, this is why it's on national television. It's on ABC. It's Caitlyn Jenner. It's Diane Sawyer. It's national television. What has been one of the biggest topics in the world, well, I'll say at least in America, you know, the past few months, or at least 2015, maybe a part of 2014, transgender. And I think last night, ABC, ESPN, Disney, everybody, all the powers to be, quite possibly felt like, you know, number one, they would be able to capitalize on the fact that that they know that the entire LBGT community would be watching. Or did I say LGBT? I get those mixed up. All right, but yeah, so Kate, you know, so they're, you know, they go through this whole spiel. They show this this montage that I had been saying all day about Bruce Jenner, you know, and I'll just say this. It was, you know, it was unbelievable to hear the athlete formerly known as Bruce Jenner, now known as Caitlyn Jenner, sit there and talk about her struggles or his struggles that turned into her triumphs, if you will. And it's just unbelievable. You know, when you look at who Bruce used to be. And the thing about it is, we really don't know who Bruce was, right? We had we